Okay, I've got something for you in this lesson that's designed to work on something that's really, really important for us bass players, and that's timing. So I'm going to teach you the groove to start off with, but it's really not about that. You can play any bass line, any groove. You can make something up, or you can play an existing one that you know. It's really about the process. We'll get onto that after, but here's the bass line. It goes like this. So the first bar, just open E and third fret of the E string, that's the G. Now in this exercise, I've deliberately put a lot of notes not on the beat. And when you have a bass line that has lots of notes that aren't emphasizing the notes on the beat, it's called syncopated, okay? And that's a good thing to work on your timing, because certainly for me, I tend to sort of rush those notes a little bit. And that's one thing we're looking at eradicating here, is just to get it bang on. So E's and G's like this. I'm nodding my head, I'm tapping my foot. Then we've got, again, we have a note there that's on the last 16th note of beat 2. So we've got A. And you have to subdivide the beat. You have to count in order to nail exactly where that 16th note is. So whilst tapping my foot like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm subdividing into 16th notes. So I'm just going this, literally, that's the sort of noise I have in my head. Some people go 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, whatever is the way that you have to count 16ths, use it. If you don't have a way to count 16ths, you need one, okay? So I'm really feeling that. And then we've got the last bit. So we've got, I'm playing the B with my third finger on the 7th fret of the E string. And then we're leading up chromatically via frets 5, 6 to 7 on the A string to that E minor chord. Little bit of a shift. And you've got these two 16th notes at the end. Again, for me, I wrote the bass line in this particular way because the last 16th note of that second beat and these two random 16th notes at the end, I don't know about you, but I will tend to rush those. And that's the point of this practice, is to try and lock everything in. Let me play the whole bass line again. Little shift to get to that octave. In the intro, I was adding in some little fills, and I'll show you that afterwards. But here is the whole crux of this lesson. It's to record yourself playing, because when you're in the middle of it and you're practicing, you can sometimes feel if you're rushing or slowing down, but sometimes you can't. So what you do is you record yourself and you listen back with a kind of cold but analytical ear, and you can definitely hear if you're a little bit early. So if we go like this, like I tend to rush that bit at the end. So what I need to do is I need to lay back, I need to relax. I also need to be very secure in my counting. That's something you should be doing as well. And also, especially for me, I need to really make sure I'm subdividing the beat. So in that last bar, so on the beat 4, and it's kind of a connection between your inner clock, this sense of rhythm that you must practice, and also your technique. Because obviously if I pluck too quickly, those notes are going to go by too quickly. And equally, if I'm a bit too lazy with it. All this is about really nailing these notes to make the bass line sound like your favorite players. When you listen to great bass players, they're just absolutely locked in. Before we go into that a bit further, let's talk about recording. So I use Logic Pro, and that's how I'm recording myself. And I have something called Stylus RMX, which is just a drum beat, sort of drum loop generator, if you like. But, Logic comes with its own drum beats, and it doesn't matter what you use. It could be GarageBand, it could be Cubase, Reason. It could actually also be your mobile phone, but obviously something with drum beats or a metronome in the background is good. It could be anything. Just do this a little bit every day, record yourself, listen back, and it's like a feedback loop. You want to just work out what you have a tendency to do. So if I just go from the beginning, even that note there, the second 8th note of beat 2. So it's dun, dun, da, right? So I'm tapping my foot. And when you're tapping your foot, when you hit the floor, it beats 1, 2, 3, 4. And when your foot comes up off the floor, those are the off beats, these ands. So like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And again, I know that I have a tendency to rush those upbeats, okay? And I'm telling you, if you record, if you play professionally, those little tiny fractions of a second, they matter. You know, it doesn't matter if you play professionally or not. We all want to play well. We all want to play in time. Okay, I've just put this little metronome tuner at the end of my headstock here. And in the intro, I was playing along to 115 beats per minute. Set your metronome, set your drum beat, whatever you're going to be recording to anything. But here I'm just going to practice. I'm just going to switch this on and just play the groove and see what happens. Even just those first 3 notes, actually. And I'm tapping my foot, you know, 1 and 2. But I'm thinking of these ands, these upbeats, these offbeats as well. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And when you've got guidance in the form of a metronome, with a little bit of practice, that is kind of aligning your inner clock. For me anyway, I think metronome work is really good. And also drum loop work, and then kind of combining the two, and just sort of a daily practice with this is going to help you. Now, because I'm recording in the background, I can't really record live and then listen back to myself and show you that I'm rushing or not. But I leave mistakes into my playing. So if you listen to any of my intros to any of my videos, you will hear me rushing the odd note. I mean, I don't really care too much. You know, it's sort of not just a YouTube video, but this isn't sort of like a professional recording, for example, where that might not be quite, you know, allowed. But I do a lot of recording, and if you're recording or if you're playing live, you want to sort of get into it and just be in the pocket, and you can practice doing that. You can practice playing in time. So record yourself, play along to this bass line or any other bass line that you have, and just listen back, away from your bass, listen back, and you'll hear if there's a general sort of tendency. You know, if you've never really recorded and the whole thing sounds bad to you, it does take a little bit of practice, especially recording to a drum beat or a metronome. So don't worry about that. Practice will make you better. Just like putting in the effort every day will make you better with that. I'll put the drum beat on and I'll play a bit, and I'll try and comment what it feels like when I'm playing. Okay, that actually felt really good. I was nodding my head, I was relaxing. That's another point. You know, you've got to make sure you're breathing properly. I know it sounds like basic, but breathing properly, holding the bass properly. And when I was playing along there, I was tapping my foot, and I was quite aware that I was like, I was really feeling those subdivisions. Since this particular bass line has like those rests and it has some 16th notes in it, I must be doing that. Right there, that note there. So it's like, for the second beat, I'm going, it's the 4th 16th note. So it's like, da, ga, da, ba. And in order to hit that bang on, it's counting. So this is as much counting practice and generating an inner clock as anything else. Okay, beat 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got 4 16th notes in one beat. The first 2 represent the rest, and the 3 and the 4 represent the 2 16th notes to hit. So it's like, and that's why I think a 16th note bass line is a good one to learn. If that's maybe a bit too quick, then do 8th notes, like you could even go. Just 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The next level above that, once you're comfortable, would be to do a little improvisation, add in some fills. So just very quickly to finish this lesson, I'm just going to explain what I was doing when I was doing that. So we've got the chords of E minor, A minor, B minor, an E minor again. And all I'm doing here, I'm using patterns. They're all the same chords. So the same pattern works on all of them. So just on the A, fast forward to the A, I'm going root 5 flat 7 octave. And any combination of those notes. 2 frets higher to the B minor, same. And on the E, we've got the root. I'm playing the 5th. It's the same pattern actually, but I'm playing the 5th on the 7th fret of the E string. And you've got that flat 7 octave. They're the same quality of chord, meaning minor. So any little sort of embellishments that I add in come from rhythm and the correct notes, which in this case are those ones. Correct is the wrong word, just notes that work. There I played an E on the 7th fret of the A string and did the root 5 flat 7 octave pattern. This is sort of an example of why knowing a little bit of music theory can't hurt you, because if I can work out the key, then I can do fills as well. Minor pentatonic, E minor pentatonic, because the overall key we're in is E minor, okay? E natural minor, which is that scale I'm playing now. It's a bit of a blatant illustration of the fact that that scale sort of fits over this key. So that would be the next thing you would do, is just improvise something whilst thinking to yourself, okay, this is timing, / groove practice. So you record your groove and you can just also be practicing improvising. That's something I'm a big fan of, is just to try and, this is music. It's like a holistic thing. It's not just, if you're really, really good at timing, but you don't know anything about how to improvise, well, that tells you, let's move a bit towards improvising. So in the background here, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's lots of renovations going on. I live in a condo and there's always something going on, and it's always when I'm filming. But I think I've said everything I need to say. You've got the PDF free download there, so follow the link and you can go and download that exact bass line, which is designed to get you playing a little bit off the beat and also thinking about 16th notes. Set up a drum beat if you can. 115 beats per minute was the one I was doing. You probably want to go a bit slower than that. And just get into this daily practice of recording yourself a bit, listening back, and then having this constant feedback loop of working out, am I going too fast, too slow? If you do this every day, you're going to get really, really good. Thanks very much for watching. Sorry about the noise. And if you want another video all about groove and timing and how to improve it, check this out.